time for Ask Wendy. Now, Ryan Ashley is in Manhattan. Ryan, how can I help you? How you doing?
Hey, Wendy. How you doing?
Good. How can I help?
So, okay, a couple of years ago, I met this guy online and we dated. Everything was going great. And then I said, you know what? I'm not really feeling this. Let's just be friends. So we actually did become really good friends. It was great, you know? But through the friendship, I kind of started to develop feelings. And I was honest with him and I let him know. And he said, you know, I wish you would have said something earlier because, you know, I kind of started to date my ex. And I said, all right, you know, whatever. You know, timing was off. Fine. So we continued to just be friends. Then a couple of months go by and I ask him, I'm like, are you still dating? What's the situation? What's going on? He doesn't really give me an answer, but, you know, we still continue to hang out a little bit more than we normally did. My birthday came and went and he got me stuff.
Do you kiss? Do you still sleep together? Do you kiss?
We never slept together. And I think we only kissed once, but that was like when we were initially dating.
So you're late to the party. You're already involved. Leave this guy alone. You can't be, you're going to tell me now that you now look at him because he's engaged and now you kind of want to be with him, right?
Yeah, so I looked on Instagram and it's like he's engaged. But I'm like, how is this happening so soon? Because he told me he broke up with someone else because they wanted to get engaged. But now he's back with his ex and they're like, all right, my question is, do I even approach him about this? Because he didn't even tell me that he was still dating. And then he didn't tell me that he'd gotten engaged. I had to go on social media and find this out. And I mean, at the very basis of it, I considered us friends, at least. No,
you can't be friends with a guy that you have crush on. You can't. You can't be. You have to leave him alone and stop blocking your path for new love for your life. You won't be invited to the wedding. You don't want the fiance to know about it. You don't want to give a wedding gift. You got to talk to him like an adult and say, look, I didn't know this. My feelings were hurt because of that. And that's why, boop. Okay?
So the friendship's over?
The friendship is over.
Yeah.
Welcome back. It's time for Ask Wendy. Fiona is in Ireland. Fiona, how you doing?
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How can I help you, Fiona?
You? So basically, I have a dilemma. So I've been single for 11 years here in Ireland and can't seem to find a man. So Irish men are notoriously big mama's boys, like obsessed with their mothers. And I don't want to be anybody's mom. So should I listen to my friends, lower my standards, or should I wait until Mr. Perfect comes along?
Well, how old are you now?
33.
Okay, and you haven't had a boyfriend in 11 years?
No. Obviously, I've had men.
Haven't we all? No, I know what you're saying. Well, a lot of men are mama's boys. It just is in how they affect it. You know, when you meet guys, maybe that needs to be a conversation that you have. Of course, they're going to love their mother more than they love you because they don't know you until they get to know you, and then they love you. You know what I mean? So sometimes the assumption that a man is a full-blown, dyed-in-the-wool mama's boy is not necessarily true. I don't think you could paint the whole Ireland with the same brush. You know?
True.
But you really do need to think about what your standards are. I'm not saying lower your standards. I'm saying you might be asking for things a little out of the ordinary that you were asking for 11 years ago, and now you've changed as well. Okay? All right, Fiona, take care of yourself. Good old Dr. Drew. It's time for Ask Wendy. Now, Dungy is from Atlanta. Dungy, I'm scared to ask how I can help you.
Hi, Wendy. My name is Daji. I'm 24 years old, and I'm in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
So, Hot Girl Summer is coming up, and every Saturday I get real cute and take myself out on a date. Yes, I go by myself to meet a few guys, you know, dip it and do it or whatever. But the problem is, I don't know if I should host at their house or mine, because like you, Wendy, I'm scared of the killer girl. But, you know, after this year we done had, girl, I'm trying to be out here in these streets and have fun. What do you think I should do?
Well, don't host at your house. Host out. Like
Okay.
go places, meet people out places. And even the people that you already know, you all grab a table at a place, everybody pays their own bill. Like, Dungy, it's very, very difficult with people's pockets. You've got to tell them ahead of time, you pay for yours, I pay for mine. Or something like that.
Okay, what if we want to move it, afterward and it goes well? Like, should I go to theirs or come back to mine?
Are you talking about a man or are you talking about a party of...
Yeah, a man. Yeah, like I'm going out to date and whatnot. Yeah.
Well, because I have James waiting outside my door. So I don't really have to think too much about stuff, not too much. But I would suggest for you to start slowly at a hotel. Okay. Doesn't mean you have to have sex. It just means that's where dinner is, that's where TV is, and that's where the bed is.
Okay, I got you. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, Jonathan is in Ireland. Jonathan, how you doing?
Hey, Wendy, how you doing?
Fine, thank you.
We love you here in Ireland.
Thank you.
So my question is, I was a real shy kid growing up, and now that things are going back to normal, I'm kind of nervous about going back into life. I kind of got out of it in college, but after the year, I'm real nervous. Do you have any advice for people like me who are nervous going back into the world?
Make eye contact, walk quickly, wear your masks, wash your hands. But you know what?
Oh, yeah.
People don't understand this. The eyes are the window to the soul. The mask is not covering the most important part of the face. So going out into the world, you can be social again with your girlfriends or your guy friends or a group of people or one person or whatever. But eye contact is everything. And there's nothing wrong with a few blinks and a flutter of the fingers.
And how you doing?
How you doing? Never get enough of that. Thanks, Sus. All right. It's time for Ask Wendy. And Melissa's in Connecticut. Melissa, how you doing?
How you doing, Wendy?
Good. How can I help you?
Like you, I've battled with lymphedema in my lower limbs for a while. I've been single for a few years, and I'm ready to get back in the dating scene. I'm nervous about revealing this to potential guys I meet, and I don't want them to judge me, but I also want to be able to dip and do like you do. Any advice on how to tell guys on what's happening without running them off?
Depending on how long the first date is, this is first date talk. Because it just is. And if you're ready to get back out there, that means that your feet are only going to be covered, but so much. And I don't know whether you have, the swelling and the discoloration and the wrinkles like I do, but, lymphedema is a disease. It's not contagious. And that's the most important thing that you should tell them, and that it's not curable. And this is what you have. And that's that. But if your first date is short, then wait until the second date to let them know that, okay?
Okay.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you so much, Wendy.
With his response. I haven't had anybody run off. You explain with I got no... Okay, Vanessa's in Ireland. Vanessa, how you doing?
Hey, Wendy, how you doing?
Good.
So for the past year, because of the pandemic, I've been living at home with my parents. But now that I've graduated college and restrictions are starting to lift, I am dying to travel and see the world again and start living. I've been applying for jobs in New York and hopefully I'll be moving there soon. But the only problem is I haven't told my parents yet. My mother worries a lot, and I know the idea of me living in another country during a pandemic is really going to stress her out. So Wendy, my question is, how do I tell my parents and how can I help them understand that even though they're going to be really worried, that this is still something I really need to do?
You just graduated from college. This is your life. You want to explore the world. And, New York is a great place for great opportunity. I say that all the time. And it's not really their decision as long as you're ready to be cut off temporarily. They're going to be very, very upset with you until they realize that you're really adjusting to New York or your new job or something like that. Are you financially okay on your own? Will you get a job at the late night shop and support yourself?
I will. I definitely will. I'm all prepared to do that.
Then welcome to New York. All right.
Thank you so much.
Leslie is in Virginia. Leslie, how you doing? What's your question?
How you doing, Wendy?
Good, thanks,
I've been with my husband for 30 years. We've been married for 20. We have 2 boys, 26 and 27. I thought that when they left the house, I was going to be home alone and, free, fancy free to do what I want to do. We've had pets the whole time our boys were growing up.
Oh, God.
And I thought we were finished. All of a sudden, he comes home with another dog. I want to know, should I get divorced? Should I get my own condo? Or should I just be a good wifey and deal with it?
Well, who takes care of the dogs?
Me.
Well, you need to have a talk with your husband because dogs are a lot of maintenance. I mean, that was one of the first things I did in New Life. I said, look, you all handle the dog. I don't want a dog in my new life. It's too much work. Yeah, this is a serious discussion with your husband.
Serious.
Maybe you keep one dog and you get rid of the other ones and give them to a nice place for pet adoption, okay? That's not fair.
Okay.
All right, more Ask Wendy is next. It's time for more Ask Wendy, and Jada's in Florida. Hi, Jada, how you doing?
How you doing?
How can I help?
You look so pretty.
Thank you.
Me and my coworker were in the elevator.
Uh-oh.
He started flirting with me. Now he doesn't want to speak to me. And what should I do? Should I ignore him or should I say something?
Why doesn't he speak to you? Because you didn't flirt back or because you cursed him out? How did you reject him?
No, because I turned him down.
In the elevator? Well,
Yes.
How old are you, Jada?
I'm 21.
Good. And how old is your coworker?
He's 40.
Is he married?
No.
Okay. Well, 40 is too old for a 21-year-old young lady, and the idea that he doesn't speak to you doesn't matter to me, unless he's your boss. Is he your boss?
No, he's not my boss. Mm-mm.
Are you under him? You the same level?
No.
Well, who's higher on the food chain, Jada?
Is him.
Okay. Well, look, you can deny everything, so what he doesn't speak to you. There are other people for you to speak to regarding assignments and things going on at work. But don't be shady to him. Don't get back into it with him regarding arguing with him. And always play it off like you've got no problem with him when you're in front of other people, okay? And you're only 21. Welcome to the real world and how life sometimes turns out. You got plenty of time for growth in case you don't want this job anymore. Okay?
Thank you.
Now, Joanna's one of my production assistants, and Joanne, how you doing?
How you doing, Wendy?
Good. How can I help?
So I have a question. I am 23 years old, and I'm trying to move out my parents' house. So I'm under strict Caribbean rules. I can't leave the house or move out until I get the ring. But I'm not talking to anybody. How do I tell my parents, I need to move out, whether there's a man in my life or not?
Execute the plan if you have the money to do it. And like I was telling the young lady, in previous Ask Wendy, I said, be prepared for your parents to be upset with you, and they might cut you off. They'll pretend they cut you off emotionally, but no, they never will. But they might cut you off financially. So in other words, that $20 or $200 that you need. So is the Wendy Show paying enough money? Okay. So then you know what? It's time for you to move out. And by yourself, by the way, is the best way.
Right. Thank you.
And and ease up on when you get married. The boys will come to you. You've got a great job, a cute face, and a fat booty. Yeah. We'll be right back. It's time for Ask Wendy, and people need help. All I can do is offer my opinion. LaShawn is in Sacramento. LaShawn, how you doing?
How you doing, Wendy?
How can I help you, LaShawn?
Well, first off, I want to say that we love you in Sacramento, so I had to just wear this sparkle because I know you love a good sparkle.
And I love the good sack, too.
Thank you. Last week I went to a store and I saw one of my friends' man holding hands with another woman.
Here we go.
They go off and on, break up, get back together. And I feel bad about this. I just want to know, should I tell her or should I mind my business?
Did he see you?
Yes, he did.
Did she see you? The side girl or whatever?
Yes, she did. Yes, she saw me.
How old are you?
I'm 48.
How long do you think they've been together, your friend and this guy? On, off, on, off.
Off and on for about 5 years, give and take.
I mean, how old is she?
She's 36.
Yeah, she's wasting some good years. Does she have kids with him?
Yeah. One.
Oh, butt out. Butt out. She'll have to figure this out. And just give him the screw face when you see him, but don't be outwardly mean to him, okay?
Okay. So mind my business.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Kathleen is in Pennsylvania. Hi, Kathleen. How you doing?
Hi, Wendy. How you doing? By the way, I think you're an absolute amazing woman.
Thank you.
So my question is to you. For the last 2 years, I've been studying mortuary science, and it seems like a lot of people have an issue with it, and they think it's morbid. Part of mortuary science is the death and dying, and I feel like it's my vocation. How can I get people to feel more comfortable about it and educated about it? And how can I get people to stop judging?
You probably can't. I mean, you know, I come from a family that they had, you know, the mortuary. My uncle Bucky Nesbitt Funeral Homes, he had tons of them, but he passed away recently, and I could never, like, Uncle Bucky was so fun, but the creepiness of the mortuary, and, you know, I don't think that's something you could really explain to anybody. You just live your life, and just make sure you don't make them feel uncomfortable by trying to impose what you're doing on them unless they ask. If they ask, then you tell them. Otherwise, live your life. Wendy, Yasmin is in Kansas. Yasmin, how you doing?
Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
Good. How can I help you?
Okay. So my dilemma is I have a family friend who's wanting to get engaged to this guy, but her parents do not approve of him. I personally haven't met him yet, but I was talking to her mom, and she said that it was a train wreck. He's really immature. They're both 22. He seems to have a questionable work ethic. He makes slightly rude comments at times. This is all according to her mom. And I really trust her judgment because they're usually right about these things. And her friends were also saying the same thing about him, the friends that had met him. So I don't know what to do because I'm siding with the parents because I don't want her to make this like big mistake.
How old are you?
I'm 20 and she's 22.
Okay, so she's going to act like you're immature. 2 years, I'm 2 years older than you, and I know what I want in my life. But the deal is that there's no place for marriage for a 22-year-old these days. Do they have children?
Right. No.
Okay, good, perfect. Do they live together?
No, not yet.
Where does she live, with her parents?
Right now, yeah.
So maybe you want to have the conversation with her, and you know what? Get together with maybe some of her friends, or maybe not. Maybe it should be family members, not her mother. But have the conversation, because you seem very level-headed. Tell her, there's no time for marriage right now. You got to get your career together. There's no time for babies. You got to spend on yourself. You got to move out of your parents' house and turn the key to your own apartment. You've got a lot more growing to do. If you want to date him from afar, fine. Don't move in with him either. Like, she's on the fast track to nowhere. So if you can, as a family member, help straighten her out. Marriage at 20 and 22, that was for the olden days, not for we girls now who have so many opportunities, you know?
Right.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Take care. We're back. It's time for Ask Wendy. Audrey is in Phoenix. Audrey, please don't mistake my poof for nonsensical advice. Okay, how can I help you?
I love it.
Thank you. How can I help?
How you doing? First of all.
Fine, thanks.
So, okay, recently I just got an apartment and I moved in about a month. And luckily my mom, she offered to pay for the apartment, but she told me she's getting a key to the apartment. It's not going to be too far away from where she's living. So I don't want her having a key. I love my mom to death and I'm super close with her. And knowing her, I know she would pop up unexpectedly without letting me know. I don't mind her coming over once in a while, but having a key is a bit overboard. I like my privacy and she knows that. So Wendy, how do I tell my mom she's not getting a key without her flipping out?
Well, how old are you?
I'm 19.
Yeah, so you're 19. Your mom deserves a key because she's paying for it. But I was 19 one time too. And here's what I would do if I were, and by the way, when I was 19, I paid for my own. But what I would do if I were you is I would get the tumbler changed or get a chain put on the door. And don't even tell your mother. So the first time she tries to pop over, she'll get a surprise. And the surprise is, no, you're not allowed in here like that, Mom. And if she doesn't want to pay rent anymore, then it's going to be up to you to get 2 more jobs and stay in school and pay for it. Mom is still the boss of you, technically, but I can tell you how to get around it. Be kind to your mother, change the tumbler, get a chain lock, and don't make a lot of noise in there. Okay? Okay, thank you. I don't need a table. I could just eat my food off here. I could be the gambler in, Tim is in Germany. Tim, how you doing?
How you doing?
Fine, thank you, Tim. How can I help you?
You look great in this dress. I started an apprenticeship about 3 years ago, and there's a guy I have a crush on. Actually, we don't work directly together, but I see him in the office and we exchange glances and are friendly together. The thing is, I don't know if he's gay or not, and I wouldn't want to assume. So we work together and I don't want to offend him. How do I find out? Should I just ask or should I just leave it alone?
How old are you, Tim?
What's your advice?
How old are you, Tim?
I'm 19.
Yeah, so you've had this apprenticeship since you were 16. This guy is not in your league. You don't know whether he's gay. Whatever his glances are about, what you're about is moving ahead with your future. So stop exchanging glances with him and stop looking for love or romance in the office. You're fortunate to have your apprenticeship. What are you studying, by the way?
Software development.
Yeah, we need people like you. Tim, pay attention and focus on your job and take your romances outside of the office with people who the office doesn't know, okay? What's your name? Where are you from? What's your question?
Hi, Wendy. I'm Stevie from New York City, a podcaster. How you doing?
How you doing?
Okay, so last summer, in the heart of this pandemic, I live in a building nearby, and there was nowhere to go out, so I dated and went and hooked up with my neighbor. It didn't ultimately work out, but we're friendly because we have to see each other in the elevators. So now things are starting to open up, and there's another guy in my same building. I know, and we've been giving each other the eye, you know, through the mask and all. So my question to you is, should I leave it out of the building, or I really have a connection with this guy, or should I ask this guy out?
You should probably leave it out of the building because ultimately speaking, if you're not planning on moving anytime soon, Stevie, then this could end up tragically in terms of feelings hurt, property destroyed, noise in the hall, that type of thing. And I have to say, there are a lot of very interesting single men in the building that I live in. And I've thought about it. But I said, no. You know, you exchange glances in the elevator and you see something, maybe you say something, but I just said no, because I'm not moving. And I can't deal with that. Nope.
Too messy.
Too messy.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you,
Good luck,
Wendy.
Stevie. Okay. All right. Oh, the birthday girl. How you doing?
Hi, Wendy. My name is Katrina. I am from Portsmouth, Virginia. How you doing?
Fine, thank you, Katrina.
Wendy Lindy in for a second. So my children's father and I have been separated for about 4 years. We were together for 20. We have 3 children together. But every time he comes over, he feels like we should have sex. But he has a girlfriend. So I feel like he's trying to do the same thing to me that he did to her. So how do I tell him, without him neglecting the children and getting upset?
You tell him just like that. You know, you're not trying to go down that road. You don't get involved with the girlfriend that he has to tell her and stuff. You know, he's not going to neglect your children. You know, he's just playing with you. And you just be mature enough to let him know, no, there is no sex. Okay?
Wendy.
Do you want to jump back in bed with him?
Sometimes.
Are you mature enough to handle it?
He's not mature enough to handle it.
Well, you all need to have an adult discussion about why there will be no sex involved, just children, okay?
Thank you, Wendy.
Good luck. That's my DJ Sus one. Okay, it's time for Ask Wendy. Oh, what's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, I'm Una. I'm from California.
Hi, Una. Oh, there you
How you
are.
doing?
How you doing?
My question is, back in high school, a little over 10 years ago, one of my best friends liked a guy, and she absolutely forbade me to date him. She said something. She was like, "I see something happening here." No. And now, like, I've kept in contact with him, and I'm still friends with her. And he and I have been talking, and you know, and I'm not sure now that we're like approaching 30. Should I go for it, or should I, you know? Thank you. Next.
You said she liked a guy. You didn't say that was her boyfriend.
No, they never dated. She just was like, I like him too much.
Okay, well, exactly. She's selfish. She didn't have what it took to snare him back then. And I hate to say this, but you are approaching 30, and you really do need to look at the next decade of your life in terms of starting a family while keeping your career and that kind of stuff. You know, you could have a conversation with your friend if you'd like. She'll probably spaz out, and then you won't be friends with her. Can you deal with that?
Like, no, but, you know, maybe. I'll think about it.
Well, if you and he got married, you think she'd come to your wedding?
That's a very good question.
I mean, it's all
back
really...
in the day, no.
It's
Now,
it's all really sloppy.
It is.
You know, talk to him about it separately, and then talk to her about it and see what you decide. Yeah.
It's a lot.
A lot. Okay. Okay, who's that? Oh, okay.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hi, my name is Lillian. I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm 42 years old. How you doing?
How you doing, Lillian?
So, Wendy, I'm gonna give you this tea real quick. Let me just give you this tea.
Oh, God.
So I have a crew. We call ourselves the Sunday Crew. We planned this trip for our friends to go, for a friend to go on a 40th birthday party out of town, or I think Cabo. It was Cabo, yes. So the trip got canceled because of COVID, and we got our money back. So, you know, I didn't think anything of it. I knew the birthday girl was gonna do something eventually. So I'm scrolling through the gram on Monday, and I see, the birthday girl, they did a dinner for her. And I was like, oh, great, dinner, great.
You weren't invited?
No, I was not. Oh, thank you. I was not invited. But I scrolled through the pictures, and everyone that was going to the Cancun trip was there, and I was like, what? Yeah, see, okay, thank you,
so
co-host.
What's your question?
Thank you, co-host.
What's your... What's your question?
So my question is this, Wendy. I text my friend. She was like, charge it to my head and not my heart. I thought you were gonna have have to work or have a speech and debate tournament. Speech and debate has been online all year, and she knew that. And so I was like, I'm gonna need a minute. So I've canceled her. I have not talked to her since February. I never responded to that little, plea. And so I was thinking to myself, Wendy, am I being too hard? Or should I, we've been, we're family.
No, you're not being too hard.
Okay.
Because your money was good enough when you all were going to Cancun.
You better speak on it.
Okay. But all of a sudden you can't be invited to a dinner.
Right.
And only you know your work hours. If you can't go, then let you say it.
And we had a group text, right?
As far as I'm concerned, you've already not spoken to her since February.
Okay.
So you're off on your way. You don't have to speak to her now.
Okay.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay. We have time for one more. How you doing?
Hi, Wendy. I'm Ariana. I'm from Seattle. How you doing?
Good, thanks.
Okay, so my question is, I just recently moved to New York with my 2 roommates. And basically for this past week, they've been inviting people over. There's been 10 people over crashing at our place. I've been stepping over air mattresses, clearing up other people's stuff on the counter, cleaning up after people that I did not invite.
Correct.
Basically, what my question is, it's 2 against 1. I'm the only one who hasn't invited anyone over. And I brought it up to them. They haven't really said anything. I'm just wondering, how can I respectfully tell them that I don't want anyone anymore?
And how well did you know these girls before moving in together?
So they're boys, and
okay.
I'm really good friends with one of them, and another one is my partner.
Okay, but you knew that they were already social people, and you
Yes.
seem to be more of an introvert.
Yes.
Much like me, I don't like people over at my house.
Yeah.
You're already living together. Now, if you want nobody over, then pay your own rent and move out.
True.
Just roommates.
Yeah.
Have a discussion with them, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then save your money to move out. It's time for Ask Wendy. What's your name? Where are you from? How you doing?
Hey, Wendy, what's up? I'm Kara. I'm 28. I'm from Atlanta. How you doing?
How you doing?
I have a bit of an awkward situation. Okay. So I just moved into a new apartment. I signed a 2-year lease. And the first night I moved in, I decided to go on a Hinge date. And the date totally bombed. I was sitting on my fire escape afterwards. And I look in the window next to me, and my neighbor was kind of cute. So I knocked on his window. And I invited him to come out, and we had a drink, and we kissed. So now we've exchanged numbers. We're like texting casually, but like I can literally see when he leaves me on red and then hear him go to the refrigerator. So I'm already like...
What is on red? What does that mean?
Like when someone iMessages you and then you get left on red.
Okay. So what's your question?
So the question is, I don't know, I'm almost 30. I've given all the dating apps a go. I've lived in New York for 10 years. It's really hard to meet someone. Should I friend zone him or should I explore this? Like,
you mentioned Atlanta, so you're from Atlanta, but you live in New York.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You're too close for comfort you know, messing around with your neighbor. By the way, did he feel you up or did you just kiss? No. Did you? I'm asking you.
I'm a Southern girl, Wendy.
Well, so you do stuff, you just don't talk about it. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. But you know what? Leave him alone. Don't call him, not even on your worst nights. It's too much. Just He's not even in the friend zone. He's in the neighbor zone. That means good morning. All right, have a nice day.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, who's next? How you doing?
Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
Good. What's your name? Where you from?
My name is Chisra. I'm from Cape Town. Thank you.
How can I help?
And so I live in the city. So me and my husband have 2 kids, 20 and 5 years old.
Wow.
And they're beautiful, and we love having them home. But we love to have fun and get it in and get it popping. You know, we're young and we want to enjoy our life together, you know?
Yeah.
So the question is, how do we balance having kids home while also having sex and having fun? And you know, it's New York City, so the apartments are small, and the 20-year-old's room is right next to ours.
Well, the 20-year-old is grown enough to know what mommy and daddy do. And you're old enough now to understand that a 5-year-old needs the attention. Like, this is your fault that you can't go out and have fun. You're the one who's still fertile and having, so now you have a 5-year-old. But you know what you do? You rely on your family and friends for babysitting and things like that. You rely on hotel stays. You and your husband have to plan that, you know, where you stay, not at an expensive hotel. Sometimes the cheaper, the more adventurous, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But, you know, you stay over at a hotel, and with the kids, doesn't the 5-year-old have some place to go during the day?
The 5-year-old is further down the hallway, so she's good. It's a 20-year-old that's right next to us. That's
well, what does he do with his life?
They're in school. They're in college.
And, well, when they get to the campus, then, you know, I mean, there's a way to do things. You are his husband. You're not a side piece. This is nothing to be, or his wife. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Your children are looking at perhaps how they'd want to be when they reflect back on how they saw their mom and dad be. You know, it doesn't have to end just because you're older. Time for Ask Wendy. What's your name? Where are you from? How can I help?
Hi, Wendy. My name is Sandy. I'm from New York. How you doing?
How you doing?
So someone I know recently got engaged and has been obnoxiously posting on social media. The 3-tier cake, the dress, the ring, everything. While people are breaking up through the pandemic. Well, I was on my run the other day and I saw her fiance picnicking and rubbing suntan lotion all over another man. What? She's also been very vocal about anybody that doesn't support her wedding needs not come. So what do I do, Wendy? Do I tell her or do I mind my business?
Well, if you tell her, then you're going to lose her friendship. It sounds like you don't like how she's acting around the wedding. You didn't say that you don't like how she is as an overall person. So maybe, is everybody like in their 40s?
Everybody is in their late 30s, approaching 40s.
Okay, there you go. Over another man. Well, you know what? I wouldn't even tell him. You know, you can't, you know, and her posting, don't be mad because everybody else's relationship is breaking up. Don't ruin her happiness because of this pandemic. if you are engaged and you've got a beautiful ring, well, first of all, I don't advise you putting jewelry and all those kind of valuables on the social media, but a lot of people don't listen and they'll do it anyway. But if you want to post everything about what you're going through, the good, the bad, and go ahead. It's not your fault that your friends are losing, you know, their relationships. Why should she suffer? That's all I'm saying. And leave her alone as far as the man thing, because everything is about to blow up in her face. You know.
Thank you, Wendy.
You're welcome. How you doing?
Hi, Wendy. I'm Katrina. I'm from Texas. How you doing?
How you doing, Katrina? How can I help?
So my ex-boyfriend, we were together for 5 years and ended. We broke up in November, and he got a job at my favorite brunch restaurant just to spite me. It was very serious. We had picked out a ring with my mom and we're living together, and I know he's just doing this to get under my skin.
Yeah.
So my friends went. This is a restaurant that he and I went to all the time. It's right by my apartment, and
Right.
they scoped it out. They didn't tip him. But this is my favorite place, and I love their bottomless mimosas, and I'm wondering if it's tacky for me to go.
I don't think it's tacky for you to go, but I think that being that he has coworkers, there might be a coworker who does something foul to your food.
I didn't think about that, Wendy.
Like I would not be able to sit and eat. You know, you can go, you don't have to, and not tipping him is very small-minded of your friends. If I were you, I would find another place to eat, honestly. You know, I know how it is as a foodie. When there are places that you love. But for me, you know, the first time I hear something nasty about a place, I'm like, nope, nope.
That makes sense.
Just find a new place to eat.
I will. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Oh, happy birthday. How you doing?
How you doing?
Good. Thanks for spending your birthday with us. What's your name? Where are you from?
So my name is Akeisha. I'm from Washington, D.C. How you doing?
Okay. Fine. Thank you, Akeisha.
So I just recently joined this friend group, and I met someone, and she was really cool, and I felt like we had a connection. And so we shared a lot of things, good, bad, and ugly. And then behind my back, she went and she told everybody everything without my consent, right?
Right.
Yes. And so she told them all the things that I probably would want to share. So now they have an impression of me that I didn't give off, right? And so I'm a Gemini, Wendy. And so I need to know, how do I tell her to back off? Because when she comes around, I don't really want to speak to her. I want to give her the cold shoulder, but I don't want to be friends with her, but I don't want it to affect the group.
Well, the group probably is loving this. All the more reason to keep her in the group. You know, if I were you, I would call the friends group meeting together and talk about exactly how you just talked to me. You know, you don't want it to affect the group. You really like it. Maybe that's what they're used to doing. I know, you know, you can call it a friends group, but we've all talked about friends behind their backs to other friends. I mean, it's a natural thing, you know. So you want to be careful what you talk about to any of the girls in the friends group, but call a meeting. And as a matter of fact, they see you on TV. Okay, so you're back with the friends group. You're gonna stay? Just stay.
Just stay, okay.
Yes. Welcome back. It's time for Ask Wendy. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, Wendy. I'm Jack. I'm from Connecticut, and I'm a student. How you doing?
How you doing? So what's your question? How can I help you?
So recently, I introduced one of my girlfriends to, who I've known for 10 years, to a guy friend of mine. After they met, he asked me for her number, and I didn't tell him that I like her. So I don't want to give him the number because I don't want them to date, but I also don't want to block them from something that could potentially be good, so what do I do?
How old are you?
I'm 18.
Okay, Jack. You seem a little shy. I was watching you be paranoid during the commercial break. No, you know what I'm saying? Like you were rehearsing what you were going to say and how you were going to do it. And, you know, you were being encouraged by the audience, but we were too busy doing the Tonto jump on it. You know, but you're standing there and, you know, here's the thing. Yeah. At 18 years old, you got a lot of growing to do. Give your friend the number, but you want to know what? How long have you liked this girl that you've said nothing?
Like 8 years.
Yeah, see, your shyness is going to keep you out of a lot in life. You know, you've got to learn how to be a little bit aggressive, because even people who you think are extroverts, like me, I'm an introvert. Like, I like to go in the house, mind my own business, and so on and so forth. There's a time and a place for being shy.
Yeah.
And certainly getting the girl is not the time or the place. Now, what do you do about your friend? Tell him you like her. There are a million girls around. Can you just please go someplace with that?
Good, yeah. True, true.
I wish you well.
Thank you, Wendy.
How you doing? My name is Shania.
How you doing, Shania? How can I help?
So I'm 22 years old. I just graduated from college, and I went back home with my mom. And I absolutely loved being by myself and having my own space. But now I'm back. I'm back home. I would love to have my own space again and be able to come and go as I please. But the problem is, I don't know how to tell my mother that I want to move out without being, you know, rude or anything or abrasive.
Look, Jack. Shania, you know, you have to have a conversation with your mother. Can you afford your own apartment?
Well, I'm working on getting a job right now. It's pending.
Okay. So once you get your apartment, then move out. Because I agree with you. You know, you can drive over to your mother's and see her all the time, but, you know, when she's toe tapping at the door, asking you why is it 4 o'clock in the morning?
Well, she's right here, so. She's...
Okay. Look, Mom, can you let our girl grow up? You can go over to the house, you can help her shop for furniture, she'll come over to your house, but you know, a girl, there's nothing like turning the key to your own place. I so totally get what you're saying, Shania.
Thank you.
Good luck with that.